this company finally has a name, which is exciting. It's another
Aalo. How do you say it? Is it Aalo? Aalo.
I've been saying Aalo, but I'm not sure. I'm not positive. I haven't heard of I haven't heard of how to pronounce it.
I think they should go with Al's pronunciation.
It's very bright. It's exciting. Yeah, it's an optimistic company.
Which for a nuclear company, you want it to be bright.
Yeah, Aalo Atomics. Fuck. Aalo Atomics has been in the making for a long time. So this, like, probably more than a year ago now. And I did the podcast about Where's My Flying Car? That book that's like gets you really into like nuclear and nanotech and all this stuff. Chris, who's a friend of mine that we were just talking about, Athena, reached out and was like, dude, you should meet my buddy Matt. He was my founder at Humi, which is a healthcare sort of company. They're like the Gusto of Canada. Like payroll, HR, benefits, like huge enterprise, successful company up there. Built that whole thing. But his undergrad,
took me a minute to remember Gusto.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's been a minute since Alice had to work with Gusto.
It's the payroll company of Canada.
It's big. It's a successful company.
Yeah.
But Matt's like original education was all in nuclear, like engineering and physics and stuff. And so he's just gotten like,
I love these.
Here we go. Like, I want to spend the rest of my life working on
this.
Is
that
like,
weird when you're like, oh, what are you doing? They're like, oh, I'm a nuclear physicist. You're like, right. Oh, you really are. I forget that they exist, right? It's used as such a trope of like uber smart. I'm into astrophysics. It's like, wow.
What are you doing in payroll software? Getting some easy money and then going back to nuclear. Yeah. Yeah, so
it's your semester off, so you can go do the thing that really matters again. Yeah. I'm working at Arby's, so I can go back. I'm making my money in payroll, so I can go.
It works for the Chipotle guy.
Yeah, this is the classic. This is the classic trope of the stripper paying her way through college, guys. That's what this is. So
this is the tech version.
I had to build a successful payroll company, so right. I can finally go
So Matt.
My father wasn't proud.
So Matt and I like sort of caught up, I don't know, like every quarterly or so as he was like navigating and exploring this like world of nuclear and being like, how the hell, like, why is nobody getting regulatory approval? What are the startups doing? Like, who's building what's crowded, what's not? What are the pathways to commercialization? And it finally kind of the pieces all came together. And this is going to be a slightly edited like we are not able to share everything that we know about this company publicly on the podcast. It's there's more in the LP notes.
Give us your money and we'll tell you.
Classic paywall trope, Eric. Really nice. Really nice. That's amazing.
The paywall is $5,000 a quarter. And we'll tell you what's up.
I mostly just didn't want
to. Are you titillated?
Like, do you think that's a bulletproof case? Because it's not. So like there's the pieces are coming together for this company to kind of like get created and find this really interesting.
What are they doing, Eric? We're all dying to know.
Stuff. They are designing and building nuclear fission microreactors. So microreactors, like small scale in the like
power a city, don't power a state.
100 kilowatt to 10 megawatt range. Yeah, very small. So like the small modular reactors,
small enough to power a residential home, or a suburb.
More than that, but not a suburb.
What about my home?
Maybe Bo's house. Like 2 nuclear microreactors.
Color me interested.
Yeah. We need like there's a bunch of people doing small modular reactors. That's Last Energy. That's X Energy. There's like a ton of people retrofitting like whole power plants. That's like a big ass thing. These guys are like not quite shipping container scale, but like smaller and ideal for remote installations and things like that. So they want to like design and build these at like factory scale, so they can crank out a ton more of them.
Honestly, that's like an incredibly fun space, right? Like if you can pull it off, that is like magic, right? Like that is awesome.
It's really, really cool. They've got a good niche early in the market. I think they've got an interesting like path to regulatory approval that is like amounts to a competitive advantage in this space at the moment, because none of these have ever been approved for sale yet. Mm-hmm. And their explicit goal is like be the first one to actually like legally reach the market.
Well, their secret sauce is like it's 2 guys that can actually do this, right?
Yeah.
but we can't say any more at the moment.
To individual
paywall.
Kind of.
we didn't install this paywall, okay, Matt, the founder.
Yes,
did.
I know. I know.
I'm not mad that it exists. I do want whoever, I do want you to pay us,
right?
But I'm not going to hide that fact.
No, I think this one is really cool and out there, and it would be really awesome to see this thing pulled off, like a really world changer if you could pull it off.
Well, sir, I mean, the idea of just letting like my city, right, a sub 5,000 person thing, all of a sudden they'd be like, oh no, look, we shut all that down and put this Coke can on there. And,
that's right. Not that micro, but yes,
that powers the whole thing. We nailed it.
Yeah, it's an interesting niche because they're not trying to do like grid level stuff. It's like you need a backup for a data center, let's say, or a military base that's remote, or factories that need that want the heat and the energy and they're off the grid, or they need to manipulate stuff independently. You could build a ton of these and serialize them into a plant, which is really cool. But they also are small enough, the big ass dump trucks they have in mining operations and stuff like that. Yeah. You could put one of these on a big vehicle.
Yeah, that's amazing.
In theory, a train or something. You could do really cool stuff with
the train that ran forever.
Format.
Yes.
Yeah, like a Snowpiercer. Let's make that real.
This is your next book. You told me you wanted to take a cut at a fiction book at some point, and it's actually going to be rooted in this investment.
It's a Seawolf. It's a Seawolf.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Boat out there just going forever, harvesting protein cakes.
Yeah.
Man.
This is the beginning of the Nuclear Pirates.
Guys, we have so many weird books that we brought together in this one moment.
And nobody knows what the hell we're talking about. Yeah. So Aalo Atomics, really, really cool. They will be announcing a bunch more recently.
Hello.
The founder, I'm going to unplug Al's mic. The founder shares a bunch of great stuff on nuclear on Twitter. So follow Matt Lozak and learn more about this company. Is a really, really cool one. It'll require a lot more patience, I think, than some of these quick software company SaaS things that we got. But I'm really glad this one's in the mix and very exciting.
Our longer throws that can we change humanity with our small check?
All regulatory risk and technical risk. If it hits the market, it's a big company.
It's a lot of ifs, but that's what we're about, man.
Yeah,
we need some of those in here.
Roll those dice.
You guys don't want only sure bets. You want the micro nuclear reactors in here, and we're here for it. Well, it's funny because so much of our criteria too is do we like this stuff? Is it interesting?
Hell yeah, we like this.
Because there's a bunch that'll of people that are building companies that you're like, I'm sure you'll be successful and that's cool. I just don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yep.
And so we're gonna pass. I'm sorry, but this is ooh,
yeah, we
can nerd out on that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Good find.
Yeah, that's a good one. Shout out to Chris for hooking that up, and Matt for letting us in. And I think we're lucky. There's not that many in this industry that raise at smaller rounds and reasonable things. You don't always get a chance.
Well, this is one that at the point where either regulatory or technical is proven out, they don't they'll never need any of us ever again.
Yeah.
Right. It's a solved problem. So to be able to pay a small salary for the guys while they're going. Of course. We'd love to be here.
Yeah. And their round was led by 50 Years, which is a cool, super futuristic.
What's their
VC? San Francisco based, all entrepreneur LPs, which is really cool.
Look at it
pretty big
50 year type companies. Yeah.
Yeah. They're
now that I hear the name.
Yep.
I got it. I'm with you.
Good work, Al.